that's done. We're up. We're running. Fucking mosquitoes getting me that crazy. That's why I need to fire as soon as possible. Got wood. And even if I do run out, I got extra. Oh, goodness me. Okay, that's live. And that's got to get started really soon because I'm going crazy from bugs. They're not even biting me, it's just they're flying around me and... Hey Anarchy, hey DJ, we're just getting a fire going. I wasn't gonna do this today, but I want a fire. I like fire. So all I gotta do is get something in and light it up. I built it before I left for work this morning and figured come back, start a fire. And I wasn't gonna stream, really wasn't, because I'm dead tired. 10 hours is a long shift. Hey everybody. I'm great, Angela. Yeah, I know it's really late. Like, it's even late for me. It takes a bit to get back here too. And we're gonna drop this in. Like so. And it should start up. Just give me a second. I might not respond as quickly. Dang it. I'm going to pay more attention to the fire than the chat, so give me a few minutes. I want to get this going one shot. There we go. Much better. And move that away. So I got plenty of wood. It won't be the longest fire, but it will be the best. Andrew, I'm enjoying the job. I work with a bunch of kids. Don't like the kids part, but I'm getting paid. I don't gotta take. I'm there to watch the place, just basically keep the kids in line. And yeah, I don't hate it. And I'm getting paid, most importantly. Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock here. Sorry, 9 o'clock. Almost 9 o'clock. What do you mean artifacts? What's going on? Explain to me how bad is it glitching out? I might have to move it back a bit. The fire might be too hot. Yeah, I might have just been too close to the fire. That's bigger than I wanted it to be. It's a small fire, but it's like really tall. I think I just not charge it while I'm doing this. Hey, Bushcraft, Melody, and Simple Jack. I'm not going to burn down the forest. Not yet. It'll get smaller when I get bigger stuff in there. This is just supposed to be the fast burning small stuff, but oh, good thing is a lot's changing really quickly. I get my first paycheck for the day I worked for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Not Sunday, because that'll be on the next paycheck. I'll get that this Thursday morning. And I found an apartment. I'm going to go talk to them about signing a lease. And I'll be able to get in there pretty much right away. They didn't hire me at the motel, though, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to start... I've been putting a bunch of applications out for the area. There's a lot of places hiring. Hey, Chris. Yeah, actually, Matthew, everything is coming up. Everything is changed really quickly. And Sudbury is not a small town. It's 200,000 people. But it feels like a small town. For a second, I was like, I smell something weird. I smell something burning. I'm like, what the fuck? I got a fire in front of me. I'm smelling my own damn fire. Did they give me feedback? Same thing with this one. Like I told them how do I put this? He didn't want to hire me because I was honest with him. I told him everything, and I didn't lie. I don't lie at all. And he didn't want to hire me because of the YouTube. The owner. I even said that's separate. It's not going to be at work. I even told the woman at the marina, she says, just keep it off the property. And I was like, that's no problem. I won't do anything there. And yeah. But I was just too open with him. Matthew, it is kind of neat. Sudbury is a really weird little town. It's not a town. Sudbury is a big city. It's like near 200,000 people. It's really weird because it's so far up north, and it feels like a very large city. But the people, the people act like it's a very small town. It's unique. And like, there's a lot of money in Sudbury. Everybody's there who lives there has money, and it's just they're not stuck up. Yeah, I know, Simple. It's just I was too open and honest with the motel. Like, I don't want to lie to them and be them to find out that, oh, he doesn't have an address, and they fire me because I lied to them. I would not. I would rather not get a job because I was honest than get a job because I lied and lose it because they found out. There's just like, I can't do it. I can't lie. The Royal Cheese. How you doing? Now I'm in Sudbury, Ontario, but I'm from Canada. Levi, the plan is to have an apartment long before winter. The plan is to have an apartment for August. I've got enough to put down a deposit. So I got enough to put down first and last month's rent, plus an extra month's rent. And I've got a place that is affordable. I wanted something smaller and cheaper. I wanted something for like $700 a month, all inclusive, 1-bedroom basement apartment, which I wanted, but it was taken really quickly. So I've got to step up from there. The one I want to sign the lease with, it's $900 a month. It's a second floor of a 3-story apartment building, 2-bedroom, kitchen, and den. And all inclusive, that's power, water, and internet for $900 a month. And I'm going to go down on Thursday and see about leasing it. Yeah, actually, even then, like if I'm working, even if I'm not working and I'm getting my disability payment, $900 a month, $1,300 a month you get for disability, $900 a month all inclusive. That leaves me $400 left over for some food and stuff and entertainment, and that's more than enough, Even then, like working part-time, I wouldn't need a roommate. It's not like Toronto where to rent a room is still going to cost you $1,500 a month for a room. This is a lot different. But if it came down to it, I'd find somebody to split the the apartment with. Grab a roommate. I would actually consider it. Well, Levi, I've only had one roommate in my entire life, and that's my ex-wife. And she was a very bad roommate. We'll just leave it at that tonight. I'm not gonna get into her. Where's my saw? I saw. And, Almost. It's so naughty. Come on, break. Oh, Simple Jack, I agree. There should be post boxes. The problem with post boxes here, the cheapest you can get it are from UPS and Canada Post. There's also a service called iPostal One where you get a virtual post box, but let's say I get something delivered to it. I got to pay $10 to get my thing out. So it's pointless to get that. And to get a post box from Canada Post is $43 per month. You have to pay a minimum of 3 months. You got to pay it all up front, plus put a $50 key deposit down. And they give you 2 of the tiniest keys you've ever seen, because you're going to lose them. It's ridiculous, the price of a P.O. box. Then people suggest go to a church and they'll let you have mail delivered. No, they won't. I've tried that. There are a few social services here, like Street Outreach. They'll help you do your taxes and help you get some mail. But the problem with them is once you're on their books, you're kind of screwed. They stalk you. They try to make you take their weed. I don't do that crap. But they want you to, literally, the Street Outreach, they will walk around handing out weed to the homeless. Like, it's the dumbest shit you'll ever hear. Well, I agree with you, Levi. The thing is, what I see is needed most to help homeless people is a lot different than what the other homeless people will tell you. Because I don't do drugs. I very rarely drink. I don't have substance issues, right? The thing is, I've been around a lot now, and a lot of homeless people will say, no, there's not much drugs between the homeless. That's a lie. There is a lot of drugs in the homeless community. Like, I'd say a good 90% of homeless people are on something. Like, they're drinking too much, or they've got some serious mental health problems, and I think they need help. And I think there should be more treatment programs. And not just that, I think it should be a human right to have housing, not just for the homeless, but for everybody. Affordable housing. I don't think real estate and properties and housing should be an investment. I think it should be a right. Levi, I'll tell you one thing. You're right. Drugs do help the homeless. It helps get rid of the homeless. It kills them. Because if you're homeless and addicted, you're not going to be homeless for much longer. You're going to be in a box. You'll have a home for the rest of your life. for the rest of time. You'll be underground. I love you too, Tyler. Man, I that's what you think it helped you. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I have to say to that, man. You think it helped you get through the days. It didn't. The drugs made you think they helped you get through the day. The drugs made you think it was easier with them. Because they numb you out or they make you feel really good. In your head it's easier, but would you have been there as long, or would it have been as rough if you weren't on the drugs? I don't find this easy at all. And you know what? I'm going to end that part of the conversation now because I don't see it going anywhere positive, so change the topic. Actually, what you just said, Simple Jack, you're absolutely right. So there's a town in Ontario called Peterborough. You should Google this. But there was an encampment of about 50 people, homeless people living in Peterborough, in a park off of Wolf Street. So Peterborough decided that they're actually going to fix the homeless problem. They're going to fix it that day. They invested like $10,000-$20,000 and got all 50 of those people into tiny homes. They used the parking lot that wasn't being used and constructed 50 tiny homes with a bed, a shower, and a TV with accessible bathrooms out at the front. But they got all those people out of tents and into tiny homes at minimal cost. It's less cost than having a shelter. I think that should be an option. That should be more of an option for everybody. It's not a shelter on a building. It's just, I wanted to make it hidden. I've been trying to find I found a room for one night here the other night. I stayed in a motel. The Residencies, it was called. They advertised online for $70. But then you get there and yeah, it's $70 plus tax. Plus you gotta put them another $40 for their cleaning fees, and it came out to $120. It's ridiculous. And I might have a place to stay for a few days this week at work. She says she's got a few places that are going to be open, and she'll just rent them out to me for like $40 a day just to sleep in at one of the cottages. My boss. I really like my boss too. She's a real peach of a woman. She's a really good woman. Hey, Harry. Well, when it comes down to housing, I think the government, the regional governments, wherever we're from, they should get their heads out of their asses and realize should not be for profit. People are suffering. There's not enough homes. People can't afford to eat and have a place over their head. They should come in, step in, and say, you know what, this is the maximum rent for this. You cannot go over it. And I think that's the way it should be managed. But, you know, we live in a world that's all about profit. Henry, YouTube did monetize me. I am monetized. I am monetized. I've got probably on Monday $300 coming from me from YouTube. Just because you're monetized doesn't mean you're making much money. Like, I don't want to be... I could make more if I spammed like 30 to 50 shorts and 10 short, long video forms a day over and over and over. I might make a couple $1,000s a month. That kind of seems low and seedy. One of the cottages on the lake that I'm near are having a big party. Oh, it took a lot to get monetized. Like, oh my, and then they didn't want to actually pay me because I didn't have an address. It took like forever. Sorry, I'm gonna be cutting some wood for a second. I might take a few minutes to respond. Just trying to. I normally break everything down before I have a fire. I didn't do that today. I just wanted to get it going. Because I can't keep this fire going all night tonight. I have to get to sleep. Got to work tomorrow. 10-hour shift. Shit. That should get it going again. What did I do with this? Oh no. I lost it. Fuck, seriously. Oh, there it is. Oh, Henry, I know how it goes. Like, I got a part-time job at 30 hours a week. This week it's 40, 10-hour shifts, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was hoping to get another full-time job starting in September as a night auditor at a motel, but they decided they didn't want me. Yeah, no, that's the point. I want to be doing even better. I want to be just a normal human being. But I actually wasn't even planning on, streaming today at all. But I figured I can do an hour, have a nice chat, have a fire. It's like, let's say I won the lottery tomorrow. I won't, because I don't buy tickets to the lottery because I'm not an idiot. Well, let's say I did and I won. I'd still do this. I'd still do the YouTube. I wouldn't just be like, see ya nerds, I'm out of here. Would never do that. Push you in the fire. Oh, no, you get back in there. You gotta burn. You suck. Come on. There you go. Stay. Yes, Digital Earth Dweller, this is live. It's not green screen or anything. Nobody's texting me. I'm just getting a lot of notifications from Discord. We have a Discord, by the way. Yeah. Or you might hear some buzzing because there was mosquitoes, a lot of mosquitoes, and then I started the fire and they decided they didn't need the smoke. Oh, it is dark. It's nighttime-ish. See, that's the sky. Actually, I might, if the live suddenly stops, consider it done. The phone's getting kind of warm, and it happens because, you know, I got a phone recording a fire, and fire is typically, you know, not cold. Not today. Not cooking anything tonight. This is just because I wanted a fire. I got a cheap lunch on my way back, cheap dinner on my way back here. There's a restaurant. They had a pretty damn good deal. Like, it was, I got a chicken club sandwich. So that's chicken, bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich, or a chicken club. It came with fries and a drink. I got a baked potato instead of fries. And yeah, that's what I had. It was like $7. It was a really good price, and it was a lot of sandwich. It was a big sandwich. I'm just shocked that things can be so cheap out here, up here, in the city. Oh, it was really good, and I got it. I usually don't go to restaurants. I usually will not go to a restaurant, but I went in there because it said they had it advertised in the storefront, right in front of on the front window. The chicken club, a drink, and a side. I had tea for my side. I really wanted an Earl Grey tea, and I had Earl Grey. I ended up having like 3 teas. It was like $7. They were really good. Everything was fresh. The bread was great. I saw the menu, and some of the stuff they do in there looks really good. I'm just not spending like $20 for a steak. I'll stick to my 50% discounted, expiring that day steak. Or my ones that I had yesterday. I had shish kebabs yesterday. Some beef souvlaki. Some pork souvlaki that I got, again, at a discount. It's like, usually for the pack, it's like $12, and it was like 50% off because it was expiring that day. I was going to buy it because they at work, they also sell food and whatnot. They do beer, food, rent boats, gas, and there's like a small convenience store, and my boss said just to take them. If they're still not sold by the end of the day, they got to toss it, that I could just have it. So I did. I said, I don't mind if I do, and that's what I had for dinner yesterday, and they were fantastic, by the way. Did them. I did. I started. She called me in on Thursday, digital. She asked if I wanted to come up and start training that day, and I said yeah. I went on Friday. Was by myself on Friday. Well, my boss wasn't there because that's why she was hiring me, because she didn't want to be there Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. She wants her days off. And there's a bunch of kids that work there too that are like gas jockeys. She had like a 19-year-old there working before she hired me, but she canned him because he was selling alcohol to the kids that were working there and having them slip them $10. So she got rid of him, and she just wanted someone responsible. And I applied at the right time, like right as she posted it. And yeah, I started on Thursday. Tomorrow will be day 4. Then I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, which is gonna suck. And yeah, Simple Jack, that sandwich was fantastic. I will probably get it again. Not soon. I'm gonna I might have them do some groceries. I want to get some. I have to get some cheap vegetable oil tomorrow because I want to get some red and green bell peppers. I think I'm gonna do. I don't want chicken's too expensive, so I'll just do pork and some eggplant and roast it over the fire on my little spit. Oil it up. So simple salt and pepper, and use this to cook it over the fire. How far away is the job? Oh, it's not far from where I am right this moment. It takes me about an hour to get out from this area of walking. Then I gotta jump on I walk down the road. I can either walk down the road for about another 45 minutes to the town, or I stick my thumb out and get a ride, and that's easy. And then from there, it's like another 10-minute walk. Or if you're talking about from how far it was from Toronto. So I left Toronto. I'm up in Sudbury now. Busing, it's about 10 hours. Driving, it's about 4 to 5. I semi-hitchhiked. So about 5-6 hours to get up here. So if that's your question, not close at all. It'll be a bitch to get back to Toronto for my doctor's appointments, but at least I've got a job now. Things can actually get better and improve. It's a town of 200,000 people. It's got a library. It's got all the amenities. I don't need to use the library as much. I just charge my stuff at work. But it's nice not to have to hang out in the library, and I look for work just with my data, or if I do need a charge when I'm not, there, I can just walk that way towards the highway and use one of the lampposts because they've got the outlets there, and I'll charge there. But I'm looking forward to having an apartment, being indoors. Not just that, but having the ability to make real life, like friends, have people over to my place and be a member of a community again. Like, I'm a member of this community, but I mean, be able to get out and go places and do things. Like, have a group of 3 or 4 people to go fishing with, or play some baseball. I'd say go play golf, but I hate golf. Thank you, honey. Oh no, man, the situation out here. Yeah, I I think sort of, yeah. Sudbury has its dark side. There are drugs out here. I won't lie about that, but it's all in town. I don't think anybody's making the effort to camp out in the woods like here. I haven't come across any meth heads. I've only bumped into one person out in these woods. That was the other day. He's a real bushman too. He says he's got a little camp he's been in for like 25, 30 years. He's about 50, maybe 60. Built himself like a log cabin hidden in the woods, halfway dug into the ground. Lives there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Goes into town and works. Like a real bushman type, solid guy. Besides that, I have not bumped into anybody out here, so it's a lot safer. I'm not on edge anymore because there's no people walking by. Like, actually, funny story, we were doing a live, the last fire live stream. Go and watch that towards the midway. I had to start screaming, holy shit, because a deer came right up to my the edge of my camp here, and got her on video. Not scared of me at all. It's kind of crazy. Even this far up, the deer want to come say hi to me. XL, holy crap. I haven't seen you in ages. Holy crap, it's been months. I'm not in Toronto anymore. XL is in Toronto. But it's also a lot more comfortable being out here this far away from the city, knowing that the person who threatened me will not be able to find me, because he knew the city very well. He knew the general area I was in, and he was serious about coming to bother me. But that's been taken care of. I'm so far away, there's no way in hell you'll ever find me here. Yeah, the only thing I got to worry about is bears. I got bear spray. But, I'm just going to sit and enjoy this fire for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to call it a night. It's almost 10 o'clock. So in about 15 minutes, I'm going to have to end this, because I have to be up. It takes me 2 hours to get into work, so you got to be there for... You got to be there for 10 in the morning. I start at work at 10. So if I go to bed at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, walk in, be there, be in town for 8, go grab a shower. Yeah. I'll have to go to bed by 11. Asleep by 11. Oh, the thing is Dale, where I was used to seeing deers, but, you know, even then, they never got that close. That one came like right up to my camp, and she wasn't even wary about me. Usually, if it's a person they spot like that and they're that close, they'll thump their back legs to warn you not to get closer. She didn't do that. She just like strolled past, like, "Yeah, sup, G? How you doing? Good night, Joe." Good night, Digital. Man, Dale, deers aren't gonna bother you. Mind you, if you went at them, they'd probably fuck you up. I like these people who think they can fight, they can beat a bear in a fight. That bear's gonna rip you to pieces. It's the same thing with a deer or a moose. You don't fight a deer, not hand to hand. That deer's gonna fuck you up. We're humans, we're not built to take down animals barehanded. We use tools for a reason because humans are weak creatures. We are not built to survive the environment around us. We have to get things to make it easier for us to survive. We're weak. Oh, Kari, good night. I'm glad you joined. Yeah, that's the thing. We actually. Funny story is, it was a campfire that really got the channel going. Like, we used to do this a lot down at the fire pits where I was camping before, where I was staying. Like, it was a weekly thing. We would do these 3 to 4 hour long campfires 2 nights a week. And it was that made me get monetized and helped me grow a lot faster. And it's not that's not why I'm doing them now, or it wasn't even why I was doing it then. It's I do a campfire like this because I enjoy it. That's the one and only reason. This here, above all else, is peace to me. Oh, Salty, I love dogs. I want a dog. My goal, I want either a German Shepherd, because King Shepherds, a long-haired King Shepherd specifically, because they're a beautiful dog, they're a loyal dog, they're a smart dog, or a Golden Retriever. I'm not a huge fan of Golden Retrievers. I'm a fan of their personality. They're so goofy, and they just want to make you happy. That's why I would get a Golden Retriever, or one of those dogs I would get. Just something that's going to be my buddy. Sword, tools. If I could see, I got this, which you can't see. I'll just turn on the flashlight. Flashlight. I got this. Always have one of these. These are super duper handy dandy things. Collapsible saw. Don't cheap out on these things if you do decide to get one. If it's under $20, don't buy it. You got to make sure the latch is very strong, because you don't want to be, do, and the latch come, open while you're sawing, as you saw through, and then just do one of these, because that wouldn't be fun. That would suck. Yes, they can. Actually, funny story. I'm going to miss the place too. But as I was leaving Toronto, when I posted a bunch of shorts when I was waiting for my ride, I had stopped in to say goodbye to my favorite store at the Golden Mile. There's a dollar store I love. They sell a lot of neat things like this. This was like $12. These are amazing things to have. You always need one. This is a really good one. But they sold it at the dollar store I love. This thing here, my little new pan thingy to cook on the fire, this was $2. And I figured I'm going to be up here. Didn't know if I was going to be able to find a room or how much they were going to cost. I already had my other stuff packed in my bag ready to go once I got the ride. Like, I've had my tent forever. My sleeping bags forever. But, yeah, I'm very glad I got this thing to saw the wood. It makes it a lot easier than, using my legs and hurting myself again, which sucked when I did do it. Simple Jack, I do not miss Toronto. I'm actually glad to be out of the city. I love Toronto. Toronto's my city. Toronto is where I was born, where I grew up. And for the most part, for most of my life, it was good to me. Just when things went bad, it was not good to me. So, do I miss it? Not exactly, no. Toronto, for the last few years, was really shitty to me. And I've learned that I like being more in nature, more in the wilderness. This is mentally healthy for me. There's no junkies around. There's nothing like that. If I had a choice and I had the money, if I had $20,000 right now in my hand, I need $30,000. If I had $30,000 in my hand right now, there's a property not too far from where I am. It's 2 acres of land. I would buy it, and I would put a tiny house up on that, and I'd be the happiest person on the planet. You got the lake, you got the forest. So I think I'm happier more up here in the wilderness than I ever was in the city. Smoke's not green. You're green. I actually might have a filter on. How's it now? Here. Is that better? How's that now? Is it better? Is it not green anymore? Is the green gone? Actually, oh yeah, that would have been real. Sorry, man. A lot of people are probably sitting in a dark room right now. My God, I just like scorched your cornea. Oh. Well, thank you, Dale. I appreciate that. Ugh. And I'm thinking if anybody's up for it on Monday's probably a good time to do it. Maybe Tuesday. But in the afternoon, once it starts to get cooler, I might head down to the lake and do some actual fishing. Bring you guys along for the trip and do a few hour fishing live stream. I could get the flames green if I had some copper shavings. I don't, but I could. Just saying. One of the freaks. I welcome to the room. I'm also one of the freaks, so woohoo. I've never been to the West Coast, no. I actually wanted to go to BC for a very long time. It's on the bucket list. I want to go up and pan one of the rivers there for gold. That's one of my bucket list things. I've been to the East Coast. Like, I hitchhiked from Toronto to Nova Scotia. No, not to New Brunswick, and saw the ocean. That was on my bucket list. I accomplished that. And I didn't really like a lot of New Brunswick. There was one town in particular that I cannot pronounce the name of. It's like a mix between French and English, New Brunswick, and the French people of New Brunswick are pricks. That's all I gotta say about them. They're very stuck-up pricks. I got more to say about them. They're real stuck-up asshole pricks who think they're better than Anglophones. Dale, I am going to catch something because I replaced the reel. Oh, there's parts of the East Coast that isn't bad. Like, just stay out of the French towns. The further you get, closer you get to the ocean, the less French it is. But the bigger cities you get, like, how do I put this? Nova Scotia, Fredericton, New Brunswick. It is the capital of New Brunswick. It's not a huge town, but it's not a small town either. Put it this way, is New Brunswick is the meth capital of Canada. There's a lot of the Hells Angels run New Brunswick. They run their labs up in the bush. So Fredericton itself the town is a mess. I think there's more homeless per capita in Fredericton than anywhere else in the country. You'd have to talk to somebody else which states I would recommend, because I'm in Canada, not the States. Well, Jordansky, there's actually something to be said about that. Like, parts of it I get, where when you're on the streets, it's not that safe to take food from people you don't know. You believe it or not, there's a lot of people that will fuck with the food they give to the homeless person, like buy a few McDonald's burgers, spit in them, or do a lot of shit like that. And you got to be very wary about taking straight food. So there's parts I get. But if you're giving, like it happened to me, was a guy was begging for a little bit of money so he could get something to drink. He's so thirsty. And I had 2 unopened bottles of water in my bag, like the big 2-liter bottle, 1.5-liter bottles. Unopened, you can still see the seal. I tried to hand it to him and he says, I need money, not water. and he needed drugs. But I understand why a homeless person wouldn't take food if you bring them food, because yeah, you're not that kind of a person. You're a good person. You'd never do that. You'd never put like laxative in the burger or razor blades in the apples, stuff like that. You wouldn't do that because you're a good person. But there are people out there that would. So if you are giving stuff away, make sure it's like packaged food that are unopened, safety sealed. Just be wary, because you got these guys that are on the street. They're looking out for themselves for a reason, because it's not safe. But if they're turning it down and say, because then getting mad at you because you're not giving them money, and you're giving them 100% safe stuff like sealed, safety sealed stuff like that, they don't need food. They need drugs. Those guys are assholes. They should at least have some tact about it. But there is a reason why they wouldn't accept it. They are assholes for being assholes, but there's no excuse to be an asshole about it. But there is a reason why someone might not accept it, because there are a lot of shitty people out there that do people harm. Well, it's almost 11 o'clock here. Yeah, I'd have a hard time, even though I might think it was tampered with. I'd have a hard time saying no to pizza and garlic bread. Well, guys, I hate to do this, but I gotta run down and go fill up my bucket with some water and put this fire out, because I gotta head to bed. I gotta be up early in the morning and go to work. So you guys take care, and probably do this again a lot longer tomorrow, because I don't have to work. And I'll make sure I actually collect more wood, so I don't have to run and do more cutting. So you guys take care. This has been fun. We have a Discord you can join. The link is on my bio. That'd be really cool. There's a lot of really cool people there. But you guys have a great night. Everybody take care.